Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to Garden Quilt and Art Show, where good friends become family and family is everything. So, I wasn't sure what time I should go live because my computer is still on East Coast time. When I scheduled this live stream, it's for where I am in Arizona. And the time doesn't change in exact increments. There might be like a minute and 32 seconds or something. So I'll just wait until other people come in. And at the last minute, I found a change to the program. Yes?
Susie, you're not showing up? It's coming on now.
I know there's something wrong with the time, but I'm live.
You're on?
I'm on.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. And Unbiased is in. Hi, everybody. It's my sister making sure that I am. Oh, thank you, Unbiased. She says her auntie looks beautiful as ever. So, my sister was concerned, as I was saying, about the time, the different parts of the United States. Here, where we are in Arizona, it's it's almost time to go live now. But in Connecticut, where I used to live, I was a couple of minutes late going live. So I didn't know what time to go. She says it's not showing up in Arizona, but it will. Hey, Maria Graham says, yes, I am live. And Unbiased, you're bright and early. I would like to thank all of you in the bushes, all of you who have been following the channel. Donzel Cooper, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Juanita Campbell, thanks for coming. PIA says, hello, everybody. She's driving, running errands, but she wanted to speak to everyone. She's listening. And Thursday's the day I think she does grandmother duty. Oh, you guys. And for people who are here for the replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. I have so much to tell you. So let's go over news and current events. Today, today is possibly another birth anniversary. What is a birth anniversary, Denzel Cooper? You think I look cute without my glasses? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sissy went downstairs. She found out her big sister is okay. I was outside in on her farm, her urban farm, planting foods. I don't know if she sent them to me, but she was taking pictures of the things we have been planting. I will do a complete gardening update. Why? Because of this name. The name of this channel is Garden, Quilt, and Art Show. For those of you who are new, it's a variety channel. Grandmother Judy, Monday through Friday. Oh, okay. So, for those of you who are new, this is a variety channel. And we talk about the birth anniversaries that I have been alive for eight, eight generations because there are six living generations. Oh, Maria Graham, thank you, thank you, thank you. She says she loves my hair today, you guys. I'm growing some. So this is a new hairstyle, and I was a hot mess. Frugal Mama, thank you for coming and welcome. And I literally just jumped in here. You see something on the door over there? I just hung it there because there wasn't any time to iron it. Why? Because I was gardening all morning and there's a 3 hour time difference. And today would have been, if my dad was still living, my mother's 77th anniversary. So, mother, hello. If you're in the bushes, she fell, you guys, at the rehab. So, we spoke to her today to wish her a happy anniversary. And she said she went down, her knee was hurting and I think she'll be okay. There were two nurses in the room with her, and they were putting ice on it. Black Guns and Gardens, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I love those of you who can come in the chat and put like 10 things in at one time. It all shows up. I'm a mess. Usually at home, I watch on TV and I try to chat. Then I look at the chat and I'm like, good, as my dad would say, good googa mugga. Who wrote that? It's like in hieroglyphics. Every other word is mistyped, misspelled. Maria Graham's talking about she likes my hair. I didn't have a chance to do anything except run in it. Mother, Mike is saying hello. Maria Grant, everybody basically says hello and happy anniversary. So when I say a birth anniversary, like my sister Joanne on May 16th was her 75th birthday. I don't usually tell her age, and her 50th anniversary. I misspoke last week and I said it was her 50th birthday and her 50th anniversary. Duh. That's literally impossible. So her birthday was May 16th, and her anniversary, her 50th anniversary was the 17th. Her birthday was the 16th, and she was 75. So that made it her birth anniversary. My granddaughter remarried on February 22nd, 2022. So her birthday and her anniversary are the same. Going back to today, today is my mother's anniversary, and our new baby is due today. I am expecting a great great grandson, which will be my mother's great 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 grandson, Josiah. We already have his biblical name. Oh, ads again? That's okay, Mike. I'm gonna need the money. I gotta put the postcard in the mail that I made for our treasured home's granddaughter. I did get it ready and ready for the mail, but this subdivision, there's no post offices nearby. You have to ride a little way. Oh, and I shouldn't say this, but I know you guys will understand. Auntie Joanne was in the hospital a couple days last week. So I didn't go out. I'm just trying to make sure she's okay. Make sure Uncle Roscoe and the house are okay. Make sure I feed her. And she hasn't been feeling the best. She seems a little bit better today. So I have been doing anything except trying to feed them. And I did do a little bit of creative work. And I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if they'll take my channel down or ban what I'm saying for what I'm about to say. Mike says, you let them run. Thank you. Because Tia Ellen, I know what she's pescatarian gardener saying. I'm speaking what do you call it? Type over whatever. They always mess up. Hola, as pescatarian gardener. We have been eating a lot of pescatarian foods since I'm here in Arizona because Auntie Joanne and Uncle Roscoe don't eat a lot of red meat. Sissy, Mike is saying a speedy recovery to you. They both actually had to go to the doctor yesterday. I bring it every day. I was sneezing my head off a couple of days ago. Then I did some coughing. No, I didn't wear my mask since I've been here. But then guess what? I made some bone broth and I drank like a whole mug of it. You know what? You're not going to believe this. It was like magic. 8 hours later, I felt better. I was no longer sneezing, coughing, anything. Joanne Stevens is downstairs in the house saying hello. I bring it every day. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I apologize. So much last minute excitement. Then I was hot. It's 97 degrees here in Arizona during the day, but I have so much stuff planted out there, and we have carrots and spinach and radishes and mixed bell peppers, some of the peppers you sent, Mike. I put three of the Jamaican sorrel in the 100 gallon grow bag. I put 5 cantaloupe. Yes, I'm going to have to thin some of them out, but I just wanted to make sure some come up. Then I put all kind of mixed flower seeds, Mike, in there so she can have some flowers. Then I planted cabbage, more spinach. There's tomato. There's that Seymour, Georgia candy roaster squash out there. Mind you, I'll be back in Connecticut. Maria said it's raining in South Carolina today. Joanne Stevens, Black Guns and Gardens, says, good to see you. For those of you who don't know, um, a lot of my family, a lot of my family is very 2A, but this channel isn't about that. It's kind of a variety channel. But I have a son, if any of you are in the LA area who are interested in learning some self defense measures. He has a black belt in capoeira, which is a Brazilian martial arts form. And he teaches that. He boxes and he teaches swimming and a bunch of other stuff in the LA area when he's not on his IT job. So he's giving lessons somewhere on Wednesday. If you text me or email me, my contact information is on the channel somewhere and about me. You can find out. But I just do what I do, and I'm here to share the arts, heritage arts, fine arts with you, so that one day I'm not going to be on this earth in 21 years because I no 26 years because I decided to live until I'm 101. A funny story yesterday, because I've been missing, I didn't tell any of my neighbors I was on vacation. I'm pretending I'm at my mom's, right? Hey, G Mama grows hard in the garden. So they've been calling me. They didn't see me. They didn't see Mr. Hershey. And I have people coming in and out. One of my neighbors who used to be in my arts and craft class before the big Ovid hit, that big and everything shut down, she just had her 100th birthday. She still lives in her own apartment by herself. She has a helper come in a few days a week, like I do when I'm home. But that's just to do the stuff I am not willing or able to do, like climb up on the door and put stuff up, climb up on the bookcases that you see in back of me. And so I just do what I can do and I do what makes me happy and I want to share with you guys. Going back to not getting kicked off for saying things that talk about history. Well, Black history is American history. It's just the history that they did not teach you in school. When I'm in Connecticut, that big bookcase that you see in back of me, those three bookcases, those are part of my Black heritage books that I have collected, autobiographies and biographies, and some of the books from graduate school that deal with how to run a business and not a YouTube business. What I mean, I don't mean a YouTube, not a social media business, but including all businesses. It tells you about search engine optimization, SEO. I do know about that. I actually do have a certificate in graphic arts that I got, say, in the last 4 or 5 years since I moved into my handicap apartment. But since I had some scraps out from a, what do you call it? A modern, an Afro modern quilt that my sister did. What is an Afro modern quilt? It's a modern quilt made with African fabrics. So I sneaked into her scrap box with her permission, and I got a few pieces out. But they were matching her piece that she was doing. I wanted something bright to put on it. So at the last minute, I called her, trying to see if I could. And there's a piece of orange over there. She said, Sissy, that's a bandana. It was. It was a large piece of African fabric that I cut up when I was making masks. And I actually made a mask and a bandana to match. Why? Because why wear a mask out? You got all this fuzzy hair like a magnet, people breathing on you and stuff. So this was to at least put a bandana around her hair. So now that she ironed it, I don't need it anymore. Why? Because when I got that panel out, that panel is already pinned, you guys. It's pinned with the 3 layers, the top panel, the white batting you see around the edge, and like a medium orange backing. Well, all I wanted was some bright colors to mix in with these. So going back to Black History, I figured I'd give one of these cards away on, it's a fabric postcard that I made, and I will give one away on June 19th, which is Juneteenth. I will explain what Juneteenth is. And then there's another one that I made that, oh, I don't know which is which, I will give away for Father's Day. You don't have to be a father, you don't have to be a man. You can be whoever you are and guess what it is. So I made them into postcards. I didn't like that really thick black marker. So from now on, I will use the thinner one. I was just using what was available. Oh, PIA says, everyone, please hit the thumbs up. So I wanted to make some things that didn't look, you know, gender specific. I just wanted to make some things that were art. And actually, this fabric with the blue in it is a fabric from South America. I just like colorful fabrics. So I'm going to get up 1 minute because I didn't know I leave stuff. You guys don't invite me to your house. You know, I don't know how to say, mother, put your hands in your ears. But you know, when you were young and dating and you spent the night out and you would have a toothbrush and a pair of your underoos with you or something. Well, people leave stuff at their house. Auntie Ellen goes and leaves fabric, you guys. This whole thing was already in a box. I looked in the closet, but I thought this box was my sister's box. No, it was stuff her sister left here. I've got several projects that I want to talk to you about in the next couple of weeks. That one is a big one. This one is a small one. So this one we're going to take some fabrics. You know how I put this together and make a postcard? We're just going to put bits and pieces of fabric together until we get enough that we can put it in this. This is an old fashioned embroidery frame and it's pretty big, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So when I get it big enough to fit here, to fit here, oh my gosh, I thought I changed it. And this hoop is so old, you guys. It says Ellen Pankey Bolden. I guess I left it in my sister's house 50 years ago. My baby, my youngest child, is 55 years old. That's why I call myself Auntie Ellen. I could be some of y'all's grandmama. But anyway, you see, I'm gonna take the Bolden off because I still Pankey is my maiden name. And so I have some pieces to go in here. And while I'm here, hey, you grow what row? Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So while I'm here in Arizona, I will put one of those embroidery feet on her featherweight and I will do some echo sewing around those ladies' bodies. When you echo something, it sounds just like it sounds. The waves are going to go out in symmetrically around the shape of their bodies just to fill it in. Just to fill it in. Hassan Tahir, how are you doing? Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming. And if you're not a subscriber, please, if you like what you see, don't forget to give a thumbs up, turn the bell on, and you will be impressed about all the different things we do on this channel. We do gardening, cooking from scratch, quilting, fine arts, the heritage arts. I have a knitted cap that I started because I plan to go on Kelly's show and do some embroidery. I don't mean embroidery, I mean knitting. And but I wanted to make sure Auntie Joanne and Uncle Roscoe are okay. So I'm cooking and spoiling them and planting some food for them to eat when I'm gone. And a funny story. So I'm in the planter garden herb challenge. Well, I'm not where my herbs are growing in Connecticut. So what did I do? I'm starting over in Arizona. It shouldn't matter where I am starting over, right? So I'm starting over in Arizona. I don't know how the herbs are that I left outside in the rain, in the cold in Connecticut, and maybe they'll grow when I'm there. Maybe the rabbits got them, or the chipmunks, or the squirrels, but we'll find out. I grow wherever I am, and that's what makes me a guerrilla gardener. Well, I ain't no wuss wherever I go. Wherever I go, I try to be grandmotherly and kind and sweet. But there is another side if there needs to be. I will protect my loved ones, my friends and family, and if it becomes necessary, they will mess around and find out. So, yeah, I will be giving these away, one for Juneteenth, one for Father's Day. And like I said, it doesn't matter. I'm celebrating the day, not anybody's gender or what their preference is. That's up to them. I'm just celebrating what's on the calendar. And that's what more. I just called it. You have the wrong number. Can you email me the number? Oh, you're talking to PIA. Okay. You're talking to her about a turban. So, Miss Shirley OG Gardner, thanks for coming, sis. We had a little combo yesterday. We texted each other, sister style. And I ain't know what's, oh, no, 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 no. And I'm not a little girl. I am not when I say a little girl, what I mean is I'm not a tiny, a tiny individual. That's what I'm saying. And like my son has like 209 pounds of no fat. Well, I've got a little meat on the outer rounded parts, but yeah, I used to do that for a living, certain things to protect the whole world. So let's get to what we're doing. Oh, let me hop up real quick, or maybe not so quick. Well, a couple things I will show you now that I'm thinking about it. This is I want to show you this chair that I'm sitting on. This is a really different zebra pattern. And this is a chair that Auntie Joanne and I covered a few years ago. I think they built this house about 18 years ago. So she and I covered the bottom of this chair. So we went thrifting the other day and I found a chair. It was turquoise, has a few little cuts on it. Oh, oh, advice said, Nanny, fine, fine. I'm good for a 76-year-old. I'm good. I'm good. Ain't trying to catch nothing, ain't trying to do nothing, but I'm good. So we were talking about putting a new cover on the turquoise chair that's outside. I'll have to take a picture of it. It's really too nice to be outside. So we were talking about unbiased upcycling. Here I am, upcycling some denim. So Auntie Joanne said there's some jeans downstairs that Uncle Roscoe doesn't wear. Oh, thank you, you Grow, for the super chat. Auntie's gonna dance for you. Dance for you. Yes, 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 y'all. Yes, 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 y'all. Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting ready to get my real dance on now. Oh, so guess what? Somebody I know went to the Beyonce concert the other day, and I never got a lawn fan. Baby, they got Auntie a fan that has Beyonce, the whatever the name of the country show is. I will be whoop whoop whooping. I won't be doing any twerking. I won't be doing any stanky legging, but I will be doing something. Mike, thank you for the purple roses. I actually got, I think, 2 dozen purple roses for Mother's Day, but I want to show you, you guys. Let me put this down so I don't have to hold my arms up so far. Look at all this denim. This must be, oh, I'll show you guys something. The Native American way that one of my friends who is Native American showed me to measure fabric. You know, when they used to measure for construction, they used the men's foot length. Well, the people that sewed, when they measured fabric, this is what they did. They held it out from their, I guess, their nose. My shoulder and arm don't work too good. So this appears to be like a, oh, no, no, no. That's not the, that's not, maybe that's the way it was cut. But this is the salvage. So yeah, this is exactly a yard of fabric. Your granddaughter went to the Beyonce show in Chicago. My daughter and great granddaughter and their little crew went. I wasn't gonna say who. So they got Nana a fan. Where them fans at? So I'll be doing the church version of it, y'all. So no, this, it's a little over a yard. So, but look, unbiased. Unbiased, you buying up all the jeans on this side of America. Can't nobody find any for $2. At the Goodwill we went to, we're going to others. It was $17.98 for one pair of pants. So Sissy, my sister Joanne Stevens, brought these out. For those of you who didn't know, Joanne Stevens is my biological sister. I use my maiden name, and her husband is right downstairs. So, of course, she uses her husband's name. Hey, Shay Shay, thanks for coming. I was watching you in the bushes when you were making those mug rugs on Sunday. Some people be doing stuff in church, rattling paper on the back seat and whatnot. Now this one, oh, you know what I like about this denim? It doesn't have the elastic in them like all the jeans that you buy nowadays. And now this is a lot of denim fabric. So maybe that other chair my sister has might get upcycled, unbiased. And look at, whoa. Well, I'll keep it folded so I don't break my shoulder undoing it. So look, this is 2 yards and it's about 60 inches wide. And this is the color of this color denim. And then we're going to mix it in with some old jeans. So that's what we're working on here. So, you guys, Uncle Roscoe, I gave him his mug rug. He uses it every day. In fact, Auntie Joanne and I have been using it. So I think what I should do is make a mug rug for Auntie Joanne, make a mug rug for me, and one for one of our friends who always comes from LA. And on the way, he picks up a scratch off. Well, the scratch off he picked out for me because everybody knows I like purple. I won $300 with. And for those of you who have seen my recent videos here in Arizona, there are 2 large plants hanging beside the fireplace. One is Auntie Joanne's, one is mine. So he's a long lifetime friend of Uncle Roscoe's. He bought one plant for Auntie Joanne for here and one for me. I stay here so much. I come here so much. And If I moved here permanently, this would be my craft room, and I would sleep in the bedroom next door with a in the king size bed that I sleep on. The church version of them fans go. You know what they say? The church version, because I have it. It says where those hands at, and they have praying hands. They don't have a fan in their hand, and they say where them hands at, and they talk about praying. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. Donzel, is that good for you? Whoa, congratulations on the scratch off. He always brings them. So here are a couple of 6.5 inch blocks. When they get sewn all the way around, they'll be half an inch. Oh, that was when I was in Connecticut, Hunty. That was so long ago. I don't even know what I spent that money on. But Auntie Joanne said, "Hey, sis, you want me to send it to you? Send it to me in Connecticut." What kind of sense does that make? I've had her all her life. If we can't, you know what? You can only betray trust once. I have never, ever lied to my sister. And I don't think she has ever, ever lied to me. Now, sometimes we don't answer or we just walk away, but no, we don't lie. We were raised to not lie. So if I can't trust her with a little funky lottery ticket, oh, guess what? If I won the mega gazillion billion lottery, I wouldn't even accept the money. I would give it to somebody in my family. This ain't Texas. I know that. I know it ain't. I know it ain't. Oh, so my crew, they had their cowboy hats on. My daughter actually wore one of my old silver buckles. It was a big silver buckle, y'all. Big. It had like gold trim on it, and it had a P from Penny Pankey, and it had a little gold around there, and it was a belt. But I don't wear that. I do have cowboy boots still, y'all. I still have Western belts, but I couldn't wear all that stuff. Oh, who's going to take me out? Will somebody volunteer to take me out? Take me to the concert? Like if I won tickets? No. I know that my brother Joe is going to the Beyonce show in Houston. That's not my cup of tea. I need something where I can salsa or baracha or something or hand dance. I'm really good hand dancing. I can two-step my toes off and I can do all the Caribbean dances. Beyonce, this ain't Texas. Woo. Throw them keys up to the Lexus. Going round, 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 round. Matter of fact, talking about throwing the keys up, I gotta move Uncle Roscoe's car because speaking of sewing machines, there is a singular Singer treadle machine that someone gifted to my sister to gift to me because they know that I'm a quilter. And we're going to get that thing going. LGGG, triple G love. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm a happy person. But when I'm not happy, baby, when mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So I'm going to move the computer around inch by inch. I say hand dance. Yeah, I can dance my boogie woogie off. Auntie Joanne will tell you that. Uncle Roscoe can tell you that. Auntie can dance. Dance, dance, dance. So I'm turning this around slowly, hoping I didn't make too much of a mess in here. I was pulling stuff out for y'all at the last minute. Our treasured home, Nancy. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I have Anastasia's card in the mailer, and it's downstairs to go to the post office because I want them to hand stamp it. But I was telling them before you came in, Auntie Joanne was in the hospital last week, so I didn't get it to the post, go physically to the post. She's my driver. Child, you don't want me in here driving around Arizona in Uncle Roscoe's car to go 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and I can only see out of one eye. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. So I'm waiting until my sister wants to. So here are 3 pieces of batting, and I'm going to put this down. I'm going to take the name off the design. Okay. I wanted to take the GQUAT off. So let's do that. Hide it. Okay, Auntie Ellen is getting proficient. So now I want to go back to the chat. I have to talk to myself though. Clovis Gardner, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So what I'm going to do is take these 3, and after Auntie Joanne went through all that to iron that pretty orange African fabric up there, that's actually the edge of her quilt, 2 of her quilts over there. I found some orange that was in the box with the 3 ladies over there. So I will try to make them so that everybody can tell their mug rug from somebody else's. And I'm not going to embroider them or anything. I do have an embroidery machine in Connecticut. So I wanted you to see this part. I'm going to do something kind of like this. I'll probably only finish one. And I'm just going to put some diagonal strips and hold on. You know, my signature is 3 purple hearts. Well, I cut these hearts out for something else, but I will glue these on, these, for the other 2 people who get one. I don't need one for myself. So I'm going to put that orange in the middle there. Did I miss anything in the chat? Oh, by the way, you guys, to drop your channel link, if you are a content creator, just put an exclamation mark, GQUAT, and everybody can connect with each other. I see some new names here, and Clovis Gardner, I know you've been here. And she says she loves orange, one of her favorite colors. I like orange when I'm using a lot of the darker African colors because it shows up. I bet, can anybody see where I drew a line? Does anybody know what I might have been sewing that was shaped kind of like this? You won't want anything except a hug and some love. If anybody guesses what I was sewing here with those. So now I'm just looking for some pieces of, literally pieces of scraps of fabric that are long enough to fit on here. Don't want to accidentally sew my dress. Okay, here are some neatly filed on the floor. So let's just get some pieces going. So Auntie Joanne likes things kind of matching. So I will just take this one, fold it in half, put it down. This will just be something simple. It's just a mug rug, something so that like when we take our coffee cup from the table in the kitchen, and there's a place where you cook, there's a dining area in there. It's not in the dining room, but there's an area over there. So we're not setting the coffee cups down on the tables in the den where we watch TV. Anybody watching basketball? Anybody see the Oklahoma Thunder game in Minnesota last night? I'm a couch potato here. I don't know whether strips are size of binding. No, these are any size strips, Shay Shay. But I do know that these, I happen to know because I cut these for a different project. These were the size of a brick. A brick An American brick, a real brick like you make buildings out of, is 4.5 inches by, I think it was 7.5 inches. And I'll tell you in a minute because I have one of them here, and I just cut them down. I cut fabric, a lot of fabric. I just cut this orange while I was sitting here waiting for Auntie Joanne to help her big sister out and cut that. But that fabric is too pretty. And she even hung it up. It's too pretty to be like monkeying around and messing around. So to answer your question, Shay Shay, okay, let me go from this end. Okay, so a regular brick in construction is 4.5 inches by 8.5 inches. So 4.5 divided by 2 is 2.25. So this will be a little bit less. So yes, it's going to be scrappy, scrappy, scrappy. So what I'm going to do, just to make it quick and to get her done, I am going to, so this piece is big enough to go on. Her cute little featherweight is already threaded. A featherweight is the name of a Singer machine that is literally a featherweight. It's 13.5 pounds. It folds up like this. You put it in a small box and it will actually fit under your seat on an airplane. So you can take it as a carry-on. I already have a carry-on. What is my carry-on? It's called Mr. Hershey. My DOG, my four-legged child, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. We were talking about you today, Nikki, because every square inch of real estate inside those grow bags outside, we're just dumping seed. I'm just putting seeds in. And if there's any room left over for anything else, I just hold on to Joanne. Just keep dropping seeds. Just keep where them seeds at. Oh, where them seeds at. So we will now see Auntie Joanne. Auntie Joanne can walk around. I won't ask her to do it because, like I said, she was in the hospital last week, and I don't want her walking around with this heavy computer, walking outside to show you guys stuff. But we'll figure it out, and we'll show you. We'll show you some kind of way outside where we're growing all this stuff. Hopefully, something will come up. So I'm in reverse. This old machine has how many stitches? Oh, actually, I don't need that on, and you guys can see better. How about that? And I'm going to do 12 inches where them seeds at. Yeah. So we have a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe she can read off or put in the chat what all we planted. But it's a lot. It's a lot. We're sticking stuff everywhere. So that one, I put a dark orange one so that we can tell these two apart. And I will put these. So this will be a little bit matchy. Not my normal style. Psalm 146. Hello. I was thinking about you and Bean Pie today because we met during a grow off years ago, and he was dropping seeds in his little cup. And I still have some of the seeds that you sent me. God bless your soul. I have a story to tell you guys. It's some of it is sad, some of it is happy, but it's about one of my best friends, one of my quilting friends, and she lived in Detroit in Michigan. I know PIA is in Michigan, and or Chicago or Detroit, around that area, that part of the country. Her husband worked for one of the car giants. But anyway, um, we were great quilting friends. She lived really close to me. She was Native American. She's the one that showed me how to actually measure, just putting your hand out and from your nose, because when you have lots and lots of fabric, we used to go to sales yard sales and buy like maybe 20 yards of fabric. I remember one time I found a fabric, it was 162 yards of ugly red fabric. See this? It's crooked. I'm still going to use it. But anyway, I got a phone call from, I talked to her in April, and she said she was in the hospital and her heart was beating fast. I have to stop for a minute to tell you this because we all have friends, good friends, and we lose them. You and good friends, you get to know their husband, their whole family, right? So I talked to her. I looked at my messages April 11th, and she said, Ellen, I don't know if I'm going to see you. My heart's beating kind of fast. I'm like, oh, you'll be okay, Vicky. I'll stay in touch. This is, girl, I miss you. I'm not even sewing. I said, well, I'll call you back. So time got away, and Mother's Day, my mom was in the hospital. So they took a picture of me with the purple roses and a picture of my mom. Oh, you just planted some zinnia seeds? You're waiting for it to start raining soon? I planted a whole bunch of zinnia and sweet William and you name it for Auntie Joanne. But I don't have the list up here of everything. So I texted her Mother's Day and she didn't text me back. I had a picture of me at the what do you call it, at the rehab with my mom. I didn't show my mom's photo, but just me sitting on the chair with this 2 dozen purple roses on my lap. Oh, you would love them, Shay Shay. So she didn't text me back. I didn't think about it. And then it's only the 29th of May now. We're talking about Mother's Day was May the whatever, like the 12th. Then I flew out, no, May 10th. I flew out here on the 12th, the 13th. I got here so that I could be here for my sister's birth anniversary. Hola, Yankee sister. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So her daughter said, well, we turned off my mom's phone because she's non responsive. I'm like, well, that's strange. Then I get another, SMS message on Facebook, and she said, Ellen, my father passed. I'm like, oh my God, because he had been in a nursing home for a while. So I said, oh dear Lord, I wonder if my friend Vicky is going to be able to go to his service, his memorial service. So that was last Friday. Last Friday was the husband's memorial service. The night before her husband's service, my friend Vicky passed. OMG. That just took the starch out of me. And then her daughter posted on Facebook, she said, 2 days ago, I had two parents. 2 days later, I have none. And I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I can't even imagine. But you hear stories of that when people are so close together and then one goes and the other one just, they say, gives up the ghost. But yeah, that's my story, you guys. But the good thing is we spent so many days sneaking around North Carolina, buying fabric, go cooking, going to pick peaches, sweet potatoes, strawberries. I would go from her house where I live to this town called Rocky Mount. And she would say, Ellen, stop by here. My husband will be up by then, by the time you stop, because I would leave home 7:30 so I could get to all the markets early and then maybe stop by her house. And she would say, well, stop by for coffee. Okay, Vicky, I will stop by for coffee. And then when I get there, right, she's got like a can of peaches or a quart of peaches that she has canned because she wants me to make a quick peach cobbler to go with our coffee. So, of course, I make it. It only takes like an hour. And all my recipes are in my head. I cook from scratch, you guys. And I used to not have anything written down. Now I kind of try to write things down for you all. Miss Shirley says, thank you for your loss. Thank you. Thank you. She was a really good friend. Cheyenne, ALB1, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. Thank you, Psalm 146. I'm saying positive, and I'm not going to cry because she wouldn't cry. I used to go to all her powwows with her and her husband and her family. The most Thanksgivings I came home to Connecticut with my parents when I was on the homestead, but sometimes I couldn't. I would I would make the rounds down there. I didn't have family in that part of Connecticut, but I would go to her house and we were just really good friends. Sometimes I'd go to the reservation where they have senior lunches or movies and everything. But those are the good memories. And you know what? Frugal Mama says a virtual hug. Thank you. And that's what I say. Good friends become family, and family is everything. And she was such, oh, you know what? I'm just going to take a second. I just want to show you guys something. So, this is her. I don't know if you can see it. This is her when she was young. That's her. This is her and her husband, one of those fancy Detroit cars because he worked for the auto industry. And this is them at their wedding. So her daughter posted them on Facebook, and I downloaded them so that I could share with other friends who may not have seen them or been in the chats with her daughter. So that's a sad story, but it's a good story because she was a good friend. And then we lived way out in the country, way out in the country. Town was 12 miles away, and then sometimes like Walmart would be 35 miles away, and you had to have cash all the time. Sometimes I would get low on cash or something, or I didn't feel like going to town, and she would come over and she'd just put $200 in my hand, like two $100 bills that she had stashed away from, you know, the other significant other, and like we all do, her cookie jar money, and I would always pay her back. Or sometimes she would be doing something, we would be fabric shopping, and she wouldn't have all her money, or she wasn't supposed to be buying it, and I would give her money. I would lend her money. We always paid each other back. And we belonged in some of the same quilt guilds. So I turned that flap over. So Sissy, she might be in the room with Roscoe. I've been cooking a lot, you guys. So I made cake cornbread yesterday, Mike. I know you like yours like cake. So this one looks like this so far. I'm just folding it over. Yankee sister, I know you lost a real good friend recently too. Recently. And we went to different churches, but in the country they have these circuit ministers where they go to different congregations at different times. It's like there's not enough money to pay a pastor full time. So they go to one set of churches one week and a different set a different week. I'm sitting up here looking for scraps of fabric that will fit the next piece. So I have this one. So is it on the floor? I have another piece. Well, I have plenty of black strips cut up. So I'll just use this one. Oh, here it is. But you see, this is like torn or cut here. That's okay. It's going to fit where it fits. And my sister has plenty of Kona black here, so she'll let me borrow some, won't you, Sissy? You will let me borrow some. Plus, I will be working on that piece over there. I know you can't see my facey, but I think you'd rather see what I'm sewing. Eric, Gardens, how are you? I haven't seen you in for a little minute. I don't know how they decide who they let see certain things. I know I was over on your channel about a week ago because I was looking for you. I hadn't seen you for a while. My sister Joanne Stevens is saying, hello, Irritabe Gardens. How you doing over there? You got all those figs and stuff? You got all those figs? I saw a couple of ugly, I don't know whether they were the oranges or the lemons. Sissy, I saw on the ground when I was over there on the side of the yard. My sister has a huge Meyer lemon tree and a orange tree. They're not ripe this time of year though. So I'm just gonna do the tops of these, you guys. Uh-oh. So I didn't press this. This is gonna be a flip and sew. So I'm turning this one black. I have black thread on the bottom so I can see it. And this is a big piece. So you can cheat in the corners, right? You can put a big piece. This is only something to hold a coffee mug. So it will be fine. It will be fine. And I'm just going to come over this side. Am I missing anything? Bayou Sugar. How you doing, sugar? You back in the bayou? I say, oh, I think you all eating them crawdads and everything. That's what Roscoe calls them. When we were in LA, or you could go in the LA River with some raw liver and go crawdadding and get your own crawdads. I never ate the heads though. I just took them off and made it like little shrimp or lobsters or something. So away we go. So this is how you make a little quickie gift for someone. I like this one. This is a baobab tree in the corner. So I was saving it for something. It's too big for that side. So I will find something. Oh, here's a piece of yellow. Auntie Joanne, I just found out after all these years, mind you, that yellow is my sister's favorite color. I don't think she had a favorite color though. I think she just came up with one since she's been quilting the last, I would say, maybe not 6 months. She was thinking about it. But my sister can do anything. She is such an artist. I was the late bloomer to being an artist because I was in the business world, I was in the law world, I was in the 2A world doing what I do. And I just didn't have the time. Now I have the time and the interest. So that's what I am doing. So I'm just sewing off the ends of these squares. Why? Because we like it. We do whatever we feel like doing because we grown and we paid our bills and we got our own money, right? And that's how we roll. Except when my kids come around. Mom, why are you wearing? Mom, you're too old to wear that. Mom, you're too old to do that. Mom, you shouldn't be doing that. So I just say, okay, can't argue with okay. Then I go home and do whatever I feel like doing. Or they'll say, Mom, I'm coming to check on you. I'm good. I'm good. And then I go back to being bad. But I actually, for those of you who don't know, I moved out. I don't live in a residence anymore. And I live in a senior handicapped apartment. And I love it. Why? You would like to see Sister Joanne's artwork? Okay. Okay. Give me one little minute because I have one little corner over here, right? And I'm going to put some whacked out color on it just to annoy her. She won't be annoyed. She'll probably say, oh, it looks good, sissy. I would never do that. But what she would do, I actually found a piece that kind of matches it. Why? I will show you some of her artwork. There's some of her artwork right here in this room. Yankee Sister. And this piece, these two pieces are almost finished. I love it when I can bring you guys along. And you know what? A lot of times I don't put what I'm doing because I bring you guys along in whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm not making up stuff just to be making up stuff and blow it out my ear. This is stuff that I really want to do. And when I finish this, we can go downstairs and have our coffee on it in the morning or tonight. And I always make things in twos because I chain stitch one piece to the next one, to the next one. Now you see this one isn't even straight. It's okay. It is okay. So we only need a couple more little pieces over there. Oh, Maria Graham, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. I'm a dance. Uh-oh. Let me see. What did I not do? I'm going to close this out. There we are. Let's dance. Okay. All right, y'all. Yankee Sister glasswork is beautiful. You have a piece from there. I'm going to show you 1 second, sis, because why? I'm squatting in Uncle Roscoe's office, and some of all of their stuff that they love happens to be in here on some shelves where I'm in here making a mess. My brother came to visit one day and I was out. Auntie Joanne and I were out shopping. And he told my brother in law, he said, my sister's making a mess talking about me. And says, she got this place crashed. It wasn't trashed. I had a bunch of seeds out. The seeds were in the freezer from one year to the next when I'm not here. This is Arizona. We don't want the seeds going stale, right? But it's organized chaos. Okay, so now this one is actually finished. So I'll show you what we do for those of you who may be interested. This is just a 6.5 inch piece of batting. You don't have to do this. You can do this just sewing fabric together. You can do it with a piece of unbleached muslin. I've got a bunch of unbleached muslin over in that box, but I like the padding in here. So you see this side? What I'm going to do is I borrowed my sister's pinking shears, and I'm just going to sew near the back of, clip near the back of it, because I'm going to put a backing on it and do a flip and sew. Not today, because I don't want to keep you guys all night. I just want you to see how this will look like a table, not a table runner, a mug rug. We used to call them coasters. Now they call them mug rugs. So we have to keep up with the times, right, Sister Shirley? Right, Hermana, Yankee Sister? Oh, Yankee Sister, I caught the replay today on your channel, but I don't know where time went. And then I had to hurry up because 12 o'clock I had to come up here to get ready. So see how cute this looks, you guys? This is cute for a mug rug. So let's get the other ones finished. The other one finished. Let's see how far I have to go. It's just a couple of other strips. And then I will turn around and stand up and show Yankee Sister some of Joanne's glass work that's in this particular room. So this is what this one looks like so far. So how about this? We're making something quick and easy. I'm just doing this to show you that it doesn't have to be complicated. And this is a nice gift that somebody would love, but I'll show you what the kicker will be in 1 second. So again, these are just pieces of scraps that were up here in this room. What an ugly view of my arm. Eek, 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 eek. Time goes too fast. She said she understands. So when you stop sewing, you always put this take-up lever up so that the thread won't break. And this one is complete. So this is numero dos. I talked to my helper this morning, you guys. I thought she would go and find other work while I was on vacation. I thought she was going to travel herself, but I think she is maybe today, tomorrow, something. So now I've got Auntie Joanne's 50-year-old pinking shears. I think that's how old she told me. She's been sewing all of her life, as have I been. I started sewing in Brownies in Connecticut. I'm 76 years old, so I must have been 6 or 7 then, and I learned how to sew by hand. Later on came sewing machines, but when we started sewing, my parents bought us all the stuff we wanted. I had my own pinking shear. Actually, I had scalloping shears. They look like scallops. Okay, so here's the other one, and this will be good enough. I will square it up. It's not squared up. It's not squared up. I will do that. And this is what the two of them look like. And and just for giggles and kicks, I will put a heart on it that doesn't match. One of my favorite poems is a poem by Jenny Joseph about when I'm an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat that doesn't match and go any way, and run my cane along other people's railings and learn how to spit, because maybe when I'm old, people will not be too surprised or something like that. So this one will have this on it, and this will be two cute little mug rugs. Ta-da! You just add flavor. Okay, so what I'm going to do is aim this around. So you guys, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. LGG says I never disappoint. Thank you. I'm going to call my mother back when I get off. She said, call me back. I was actually saving this little mask to go in a corner, but I'll put it on something else because there's always something else going on around this place, even if it's only on the floor. This was some really nice African fabric with that baobab tree. The baobab tree, for those of you who don't know, those trees get to be thousands and thousands of years old, and they're big like the sequoia trees in California, and people actually go up in there and live. The outer leaves, you can eat them. The purple heart really stands out. Thank you. I actually cut it out to do something else. And okay, Yankee Sister, so I will stand back here. This is one of her glass pieces. This one, I don't want to pick it I don't know if you can see it. It's like white and black and white and black. Okay. This one I'm not going to take down. It's a heavy piece of glass and it's like 3/4 of an inch. And it looks like a drum, like an African drum. These two pieces are similar in color, but not in shape as this glass one. And this one is a handmade doll. And the basket, no, I'm not going to take it down. I'm too clumsy. I don't want to drop it and mess it up. So then here's some of their stuff. You can tell that this is Uncle Roscoe's office. You see the motorcycles and the heavy Chevy. Uncle Roscoe actually collects antique cars. Actually, he has a couple. A couple. This truck, I think well, I don't know what year it is, but I think his father's truck that's downstairs in one of the garages, I think it's a 57 Chevy truck that used to be fitted with a camper and it's blue. So, uh Mike's going to shut the windows. Must be a storm brewing up. So, a day in the life of Auntie Ellen and Auntie Joanne. Do any of you have any questions? See, you ask and ye shall get. Who Yankee sister wanted to see some of the artwork. That's just the glass in this office, this one room. Oh, downstairs is like a museum, just a museum. My sister has collected African art and art all of her life. Unique pieces of iron. Like when I'm at home, I don't, the thing that I use, my thread holder, is made of welded iron and it's shaped like leaves. She has one that an artist in Watts, Watts is a part of LA where they call the Watts Towers. I didn't know until I lived out there that Watts Towers is a tower of old jumbled up metal and iron, pieces of cars, pieces of metal from buildings, all kinds of stuff, and all that made into a tower. And it's actually most people thought it was a pile of junk that this man welded together. You got to sign off now. Okay, PIA, thanks for coming and welcome in American Sign Language. Do any of you have any questions? Nikki says, great pieces. Maria Graham says, good night, Miss Shirley. So now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends and prayers, blessings to each of you who need it. Sissy, Joanne Stevens, hope you and Uncle Roscoe feel better. Mother, I hope your knee feels better where you fell. Miss Shirley goes live later on. I will try to check in, Miss Shirley. Love you guys. Don't forget to wait for the outro and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this out if you like it. All right, peace, love, and blessings, you guys. Let me see if I can find my outro. Oh, I'm okay, Mother. I forgot to say ego amote. I forgot to say I love you. I'm not going to say goodnight without saying I love you.